Did you know that there is one thing that has always been the biggest mystery for the ARMY? A question that continues to hang without a definite answer? Everyone saw how they looked compact on stage, supported each other, and created undeniable chemistry. But what's really going on behind the scenes? What is the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook? For years, fans could only speculate, piecing together moments from fan cam and interviews, trying to understand the unique bond between the two BTS members. All the riddles were finally answered already. In a most unexpected and honest moment, Taehyung opens up about how he really feels about the Magne. Not just an ordinary statement full of diplomacy, but the most emotional confession he has ever expressed. In between exclusive interviews, when asked about his bond with Jungkook, Taehyung took a moment's pause, his eyes glazed over before finally revealing the truth that made ARMY Everywhere's heart melt. He confessed that behind all the laughter and jokes we see, their relationship is not always as smooth as fans imagine. They've been through tough times where they had to struggle to understand each other like two mismatched puzzles. However, it was precisely there that their bond was forged. Taehyung called Jungkook his best friend and most meaningful brother on his journey with BTS. She told how Jungkook was the first to give her support when she was at her lowest, in a simple yet profound way, just by sitting quietly with her, understanding without the need for many words. This is the truth I've been waiting for. Their relationship is built not from perfection, but from an attempt to fill each other's emptiness. Taehyung, with his artistic and sometimes mysterious personality, finds comfort in Jungkook's simplicity and honesty. Instead, Jungkook learns to open up and express his feelings more deeply thanks to Taehyung. The facts behind Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship are finally revealed. It's a story about two different sides of the same coin, yet complementing each other in the most beautiful and human way possible. A friendship that does not need to be forced, but grows naturally through the twists and turns of life they have lived together for more than a decade. But perhaps the most shocking of all his sincere confessions is when Taehyung divulges a secret moment that was never revealed by the media at all. "People look at us now and think we were always close," he said with a bitter smile, "but there was one moment, exactly in 2019, where we barely spoke for weeks." This confession is like lightning in broad daylight, revealing cracks that fans never imagined. Career pressures, differences in expressing emotions, and individual busyness nearly severed their friendship. Jungkook, who is usually open, chooses to keep things to himself, while Taehyung feels alienated by his sister's coldness. The climax of all that separation came precisely at the most unexpected moment, in a quiet rehearsal room, late at night, just a few days before a big concert. Taehyung, who can't stand this situation anymore, catches up with Jungkook, who is training alone. "I just sat in the corner, watching her dance furiously," Taehyung recalled, his voice trembling. Then all of a sudden, he stopped, looked at me in the mirror, and said, "Hyung, I'm tired." Those three simple words melt away all ego and misunderstanding. They ended up talking for hours, sharing their fears, doubts, and the burden they had been carrying alone. The tears shed that night were not a sign of weakness, but rather a cement that strengthened the foundation of their relationship. That evening, they not only rediscovered each other, but also promised to no longer hide the difficulties. And this is the true legacy of Taekook's true relationship. It's not just about sweet moments in front of the camera or stunning musical collaborations. More than that, it's a lesson about resilience, about choosing to stick around and repair the cracks instead of abandoning them. Taehyung's confession is a reminder to all the ARMY that behind the glamour of celebrity, BTS is an ordinary human being with a complicated relationship struggle. Their stories teach that the strongest bonds are forged in the fire of adversity, and true friendship is when you not only celebrate happiness together, but also dare to share each other's wounds. From that point on, their relationship entered a whole new phase. It is no longer just a friendship between group members, but a deeper, almost brotherly bond. They unofficially created their own shuttle system. Whenever one of them felt immersed in his own thoughts, the other would show up, either with a warm cup of coffee in the dorm or simply sitting next to him on the bus during the tour, offering unconditional presence. Jungkook begins to share his feelings more often, learning from Taehyung that vulnerability is not weakness. While Taehyung finds comfort in the way Jungkook listens without judgment, a safe haven for him to be his most vulnerable self. Even small moments that are not captured on camera are clear evidence of their transformation. Like Jungkook's new habit of always texting "good night, Hyung" if they're apart, or the way Taehyung secretly slips a note of encouragement in Jungkook's rehearsal bag before a big concert. They don't need to show off on social media because this intimacy becomes their secret language, a foundation that only the two of them fully understand. And now, looking back, Taehyung realized something profound. We are like two trees growing side by side. The analogy is simple, but full of meaning. Our roots had crossed and hurt each other, but instead it made us grip the ground more firmly. Now we grow taller together, protecting each other from strong winds. Their emotional journey from a time of misunderstanding that almost severed the relationship to the point of unconditional mutual support is precisely what makes Taehyung and Jungkook's bond irreplaceable. It's a story that rarely unfolds in the entertainment industry, a friendship that bravely through the darkness and chose to stay afloat, eventually came out as the strongest version of themselves, not just for themselves, but for the 7 BTS members as a whole.